Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Cookin' Sons Carpentry. So we're working on the countertop here. This is a little bit of a longer video, so if you want to skip around, go for it. I just wanted to get there's a lot to get in this part, so I wanted to make it one video. But I'm just sanding that far side because that's the side that I've decided is going to be the front, and I'm about to glue on some more slats there. I think I'm just going to end up doing one, but that's going to be the front. We're going to get some glue on there, and then I'm going to tack it on real quick with some 18 gauge nails, and then I'm going to add, or you'll see me measuring. I'm going to put some brass inserts in, and I'm just going to measure some arbitrary areas that, you know, where it doesn't exactly matter. It's just a kind of an equal distance of my choosing and what I thought was best. And then I'll drill holes and glue the brass rod in, and then I'm going to clamp that front piece on once all that's done. And if you see the pup there and the old knees, that's my papa and his dog Millie. They're hanging out with me today while I'm doing this. brass rod. It's about 3/16 of an inch. You can get it on Amazon. It's surprisingly not really expensive. And I'm just tapping it in and using some wood glue. And I like doing the brass accents on pieces. Brass looks nice with wood, especially if you're gonna stain it dark. Once you sand it and clear coat it and all that, it's real light. It's not so in your face, but when people notice it, they tend to like ooh and ah. You know, it's just it's a little accent that isn't always in your face, and I like to add it. And now that we've turned the table around and pulled out, that's a 1/2 inch extruded aluminum square or a square extruded aluminum that I bought from Home Depot. And I didn't think I was going to have to add this, but because when I glued everything together, it had, everything was warping and twisting. I had to sand and plane it down so much. It was a little on the thin side, so I'm just adding this as a precaution. I may have gotten away with it, but I don't want to find out because I've put so much work into this. I don't want to find out a year from now that this thing is going to twist and bow and warp and all that stuff. So I'm just pre-drilling through the aluminum, and then I am drilling recess holes so that when I put the screws in, I'm using stainless steel screws so that they don't rust. And so when I put those in, they sit at equal to the surface of the aluminum and they don't stick out. And then I'm going to cut off the end, the extra, with the Sawzall. Can you see how I'm pushing down on the countertop and that it's bowing? That's a pretty darn good sign that these braces were needed. So I'm just noticing that as I'm editing the video, and that was definitely a good decision. Alrighty, so we got a rough measurement for the sink, and now we're drilling holes in the corners so that I can get my Sawzall in there and cut the hole out. Folks, in case you didn't know, a Sawzall is just a really big jigsaw. Alright, so we got the rough hole cut out, and really I just need it to be close, and then I will cut it to its end length, or really close to its end length, and or width, not length, sorry, width, and then I will make the hole look better once I, that way I can get it on top of wherever it's gonna go, and then I'll be able to adjust the sink hole there. Just because like the end where I want it to be, the ends of the sink right now are like rounded over and then on an angle in different ways, so it's kind of hard to get a super tight measurement. But so I got that. So now I'll just do the overall width, cut it to that, sand it, and then well, I might actually just do that and then throw it up there, see how it is, and then try to do the sink and see what I need to do for the sinkhole. And now that we got the sinkhole cut out, I went over to where it's going to go and measured how wide it needs to be, and I'm just marking it and using the drywall square there to get a straight line, and then I'm going to use the circular saw to cut both sides so that I have the right width. For the sink, so I ended up just cutting a rectangle, and I'll go back and fix that, and that's further in the video, but I'll show you what I did for that. Anyway, so we're routering the inside hole to, we're using a 3/8 round over bit, I believe. We're going to do the front, the sides, and that inner edge for the sink. And you see me with the drywall square there clamped down on the sink there because the Sawzall obviously doesn't cut a perfectly straight line. So I've got just a straight bit on the router, and I'm using the drywall square as a straight edge for guide, and I'm just cleaning up that edge so that it's straight.
problem with doing everything. I'm all over the place on this project. I've got cabinets half made, and nothing's like really secured or anything. So when I measured, I kind of had to wing it, eyeball it, that kind of thing for this. So because of that, when I cut for the sink, I miscut, and I cut it too short, or too long, sorry. It should have been here on this mark that because I put it up, finally I just put it up there on there, and you know, just marked everything the right way, where everything needed to be. And I had cut it like here for some reason. So I'm just gonna glue a piece on for, this is where the sink goes, because the big, or where the faucet goes, because it's the big deep sink is shaped like this, and then has like a little ledge here for like soap and stuff or whatever, and then the faucet's like right here. So we're just gonna glue this on, let it sit overnight, and I would fill this seam, and you'll probably never notice it. The only place you would ever notice it is right here, but it's gonna be near the back and hidden by the, like in the shadow of the counter, the cabinet, so it's not too big of a problem. If you ever have cabinets or countertops done by a professional, they will come measure after you have your cabinets in place for good. You're not they're not just like half installed or whatever. They're in place, mounted for good. So it's just another negative side of doing things kind of like this is it causes me to make more mistakes. There's my long clamps. Yeah, we tightened that up pretty good, so that'll be fine. And then I'll just have to round over this corner and here and there, or maybe I'll leave it square. Yeah, I'll round them back over.
And there it is. Now we're just gonna sand it, clean everything up real nice, and get ready to stain. If you guys like the videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the notifications for more videos. Thanks for watching.